When I woke up this morning, it was a balmy 5 degrees, and there's maple work to do. It's supposed to warm up today to like 30, but then it's gonna be warm tomorrow. I've got to work, of course, so I won't be able to check for leaks and stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the pump at the big wood started today. I'm gonna get the pump at home started today. That way everything is ready to roll for tomorrow. And then when I get home on Monday, I can get to work on getting things in line, because it looks like a good sap week for the first part of the week, and we haven't had that. We're like 3 weeks behind right now. So we'll get over here and get this stuff shoveled off, because I've got more stuff today. Vacuum's on, it's starting to idle down right now. I've got to add a little bit of oil to the pump, but this thing is idling right now because everything is definitely froze up in there, but all the lines are shoveled off, and it's, it's just a waiting game now. Unfortunately, I won't be here tomorrow when it warms up, but it is what it is. I'm here at the hill tapping now, and the upper part I can do without snowshoes because it gets a ton of sun right here on the side of the road, so I'm not sinking that bad, but down below I need my shoes. I'm trying a new drill bit in the Exactap. I've got one of the H2O bits to see if there's a difference between that and the leader bit, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know, but 2 taps in with this new bit, if it drills the rest of the holes like this, that thing works great. So notice, I got the new Leader H2O tapping kit on. I kind of like it with the built-in suspenders. I don't have to carry all the weight on my waist now. Fire truck going by, blowing the horn at me, of course. But having the suspenders, it makes it a lot more comfortable, so see how it goes. For being one of my best woods as far as the trees go, I hate this upper section because it's all this crap down low and you just get tangled up in it the whole way. And then there's a side hill here, I don't know if you can tell, it drops down like 15 feet, and the sunny side of the trees is on that side, so I end up having to work around that way to find good places to tap. But the north side of the tree, it's not running, everything's froze up. You get on that south side where the sun's beating on it, and that last one was running like crazy. So it definitely is, it's a high performing piece of woods. It just takes a lot of work up here. The upper section is tapped. This drill bit, the H2O one, I like that a lot. The tapping gear is comfortable. I'm like really surprised, but definitely glad I didn't have snowshoes when I was tapping up there at the lines, but now getting out of here, I wish I did, because there's a lot of snow up here, just not on this banking where the taps are. This is gonna be a real pain. Where I normally park my truck is a monster snowbank, so I just pulled up, got half out of the road, got everything out, and now I gotta lug it down, but snowshoes, because it's deep here. Of course I forgot the monitor. And when I got my snowshoes on, I'm gonna take and get this tapped. Then I'll come back, get this hooked, everything hooked up, and then put the monitor on, which I have to go to the truck to get. Anyone that says they like working in snowshoes is nuts. And they're fun, but you get tangled up in everything, they're just a pain. I forgot the piece that goes from the battery to the plug, that quick connect I made. So there's no sense in hooking that up the rest of the way, but everything is pretty well in place. I've got to come back anyways for the monitor. So I think I'm going to run home, grab that wire, and then be ready to go with the monitor, because then I can just park close and home to get that part. And I think to myself, boy, it's warm enough out. I probably ought to flip the switch and turn this pump on so that if something is going on here, I know about it. And because it's going to be on for tomorrow. So we'll flip the switch on this new pump. Pump's on. I'm just going to check inside because I don't really want to fight with that temperature valve right now. So I'm going to check inside to see if vacuum's coming up on the system. And it is. Vacuum's coming up, so that means that thing is working like it should right now, I think, even though it's not plugged in, and letting vacuum run. So I'll wait here for a minute and see what the vacuum does. 24 inches here at the releaser, and it's still climbing, and I don't even have the gasket in. That's awesome, so I'm probably gonna fix that right now. This isn't the problem, but I definitely just found a problem where one of those stupid slide fittings come undone and now it's kinked right off on the wire, but I'm not fixing that now because that's not leaking. All right, so I found two small leaks over on that one over there, and now this one here has got a leak in it too, which no surprise, but because it was pulled on that wire tie. This is going to work for now. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was. Vacuum is sitting at 27.9 right now, which I really want higher because then the pump will idle down, but I don't know what's going on. I don't think it's across the road because that's all froze up. It's over here someplace and I just haven't found it yet. So I need to get over the hill though and get that turned on because right now they're just sitting without vacuum on them. So I'm going to head over there and get that. Called Jeff at Sap Spy. After I had this all apart, it's got a corrupt file in it, so I got to send it back. So I just swapped in a different one that's not tapped yet, but he's going to get me another one coming, then I'll send that one back. But this one's up right now, so at least I know what's going on here, and I'll get the other woods done too. So all the woods, I know what's going on. It's definitely a leak on that line. I closed the valve and it stopped blowing bubbles, and I just heard the pump idle down. So it's definitely something on that main there, which I need to put a valve in because then I can isolate a different section, I think, because this is going to be a challenge. Battery's hooked up, pump's running, it's not doing much. Monitor's hooked up too. It's not doing much, but I'm going to take a quick walk and just see if I can find a couple leaks because these pumps are really affected by small ones. So see what I can come up with. Probably not much. No leak there. Monitor showing 6 inches of vacuum right now, which I expected to be more, so keep checking these leaks. Nothing yet. I'm hoping, honestly, that there's something. Otherwise, the vacuum should be higher. So, hopefully. So, according to the drop lines, there are no leaks. Meaning no fast bubbles anywheres, which means the vacuum should be higher. But another piece of SureFlow pumps is if it's not running very good, the vacuum's not very high. So I do expect it to go up. It's just a matter of probably not today. That might do it right there. That cap wasn't tight. It already kind of sounds different. Today is one of those days that I just don't feel like I can get ahead. I'm trying to get paperwork done this morning, trying to finish tapping over to the Blake Road Woods, and just things kept coming up. I got to make a couple of deliveries now, hit the bank, the post office, and then I'm gonna get finished tapping and the new power system. But it's lunchtime now, so I got a killer lunch as always. Slim Jims, Doritos, Pringles, Nutty Bars, and a high test Pepsi. So at least I'll have some energy to get my work done. But I'm gonna try and hustle before dance tonight. So let's. Something's wrong in here. The whole wire's loose because it's all drooping. What the hell happened here? Nothing wrong up here at the end. I don't know what's going on here. I probably should have looked at the other end first before I walked all the way up here. So this is awesome here. A branch come down, made a ratchet come apart, which one of the reasons why not to use a ratchet. And here we are. I might be able to, I think I can loosen this thing up and get it to come back into place, but we'll see. All right. So the ratchet exploded one of the sides off it. So it's just plain junk. So now I've got to go back and get parts because I don't have that, but I'm gonna try and get it apart first. I already know this is done, but I'm gonna try and do this without snowshoes because I'm gonna make enough trips back and forth and having to bend down. Oh boy, that's the top of the boot. It's just gonna be easier without snowshoes to do this fix, I think. That's back together as good as it's going to get. I did stretch the pipe a little bit, probably when I pulled on it to take slack off it, or just when it was sagging. It may come out of it. It's just right here where the two mains come together. But this is all back together good enough for now. And I went to stainless on these this year, and I've just got to change my plummet. I got to put my Street 90 up here and my nipple here. Just hangs down too far, but I can fix that. That's an easy one. So I just confirmed my suspicions. I had a battery that I thought was junk, and the other day it had like 7 volts in it, so I threw it on the charger. This morning it had 13, and now after getting it hooked up, it says it's got 8. So that battery's junk. So I'm gonna go home and get a different one, but then I forgot some tools, but I gotta talk to the neighbor, make sure I'm good, but try and get power under this tonight before I go play taxi. But these trees want to run. It was dripping in here before I even had the battery hooked on, so more to come on this one.